Hi traders, hope everyone's well. This is second take. I've just done a 20-minute video and realised it recorded no sound, which is why you'll see on the EA account closed positions, because when I realised I've just closed them all because I wanted to show you how to do it from fresh. So here we go ultimately. So on the screen I've logged into a VPS server. It looks just like a Windows PC within your PC, and you can see that here. It's just another window. That's what we're logged into. So I've installed MetaTrader 4 and I've gone into our Discord server. That was me who just popped up on a different account name just because I couldn't remember what the username and password was. Anyway, so we go into the buy sell expert advisor channel, and we first thing we need to do is save all the files. So let me just make sure I deleted the first ones from when I did it. No, there we go. I'm going to do everything from start. So we save all the 4 files, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So that's 2 EA files and 2 validation files. The validation files are what enable the EA to work, because we control all of the licensing on it. So it's also important to make sure the file name's saved correctly, so we'll come back to that shortly. So the next thing we do is in MetaTrader 4 log into your trading account. This is the account number that everyone's watching. We banked £5,700 in the first 5 days, and we're just about to set up again to get started. Now, when you are running an ECN account, it's important to also make sure you've got the EA running on the charts with the plus symbols, because if you've got it on a chart like this without a plus, you won't know. It's not shaded, it's shaded up here, but it's not shaded here. And when you drag the EA file over, it'll look like it's running, but it's not. So that can happen from time to time. So we've got the 3 symbols. We're going to run Euro Yen, Pound Yen and Euro USD, just because we did last week. There's no hard and fast rules with these pairs. No one can predict how they're all going to move week to week, day to day. So that is just what it is. But if you're running on FTMO as a funded trader, you might be able to look for the week ahead, look at the pairs where there might not be any restricted news or trading on them, and then choose them pairs. So that might be an idea. So right, so we run a buy and a sell on every pair. So that means we need 2 charts open on every pair every time. So if we right click and click chart window, I'm doing this twice on every pair, which is done. Let's just make them bigger. So we've got 6 chart windows open. We need to set them to the 1 minute time frame. We set that so we can make sure we're catching the right move at the right time with the right pip step gap. And that's also important if you're running this on your own account. But it's also important to understand that these settings that we're talking about here, that we're going to set up our design for the FTMO challenge, because ultimately we've got a $100,000 US account and we're running 0.25, and even then that might be marginally too high. That on a £1,000 account is 0.002, so it's not possible unless you're running a micro account. Whereas the settings that we've posted in the instruction manual on the channel are based on, you could run 1 pair at £450 and it will steadily bank profit. So these settings on the FTMO version that we're looking at are quite aggressive. They're obviously banking a load of money in a short space of time, and also we've seen for most days banking more than what the open drawdown is. And with the FTMO challenges, etc., it's important to understand the rules inside and out. On the 100k account, you've got a £5,000 daily drawdown limit, and that's drawdown net of bank profit. So it's not just open positions. If you bank 10,000 and you've got £10,000 in open drawdown, you're at 0. So the drawdown only becomes an issue when you're starting a fresh day, because every 24 hours it resets, and it's important to make sure you're all over it and use your equity protector, manage the daily amounts that you've got. What I mean by that is if you go into the next day with £2,000 already in open drawdown, then technically you've only got an extra £3,000 worth of equity to play with for that next 24 hours. So set your equity point daily, manage it, and know where you're at. There's no right or wrong. You could close daily, you could leave open. If your drawdown's around 2,500 to 3,000 or 4, you need to make sure you've got enough wiggle room for the next day. You might run 1 pair, you might run 5 pairs at low risk. Again, unfortunately, There's no rule book and there's no manual in trading. It's a matter of timing and making sure we know what the rules of engagement are and how to manage and how to control them. So let's get on with it. We've got the 6 charts on, we've saved the files from Discord, and we now need to put them in the right place. So we go File and Open Data folder. We click Downloads. Let's just highlight them for files. So we go to MQL4 and Libraries. Let's drop in the 2 validation files that we've got there. So we've done that. We now need to take the expert files and put them into the Experts tab. And as per our note on Discord, we need to rename these because Discord has kindly put an underscore in where there was a space. So we need to delete the underscore and put in a space instead. Otherwise it won't work, guys. The validation file is looking for an exact file name, and if it can't find it, it won't work. And that's also valid for if you've saved more than one file in error and you've got the number 1 next to it in brackets, which sometimes happens. So make sure you remove the 1 if that was the case. So those files are in the right place, we've renamed them, we then right click and we click refresh and the files, bingo, magically appear. So we're going to set a buy as just opening longs and a sell as just opening shorts. Now I found this is the best way, but you could just use one of the files and get it to choose as well. But what I find with that is if you're stuck in open drawdown, you're not constantly banking profit the other way, which is quite unique. By having 2 separate EA files doing different things at different times on the same pair, it's very unique. Right, so allow live trading, allow DLL imports, we're opening longs, we're going to go to inputs, we've got 1.2 lot exponent and 10 pip step, and we're going to change the lot size to 0.25, which is how we were running it last week. So just a quick second check, long, DLL, live trading, 0.25, let's just turn that on, there we go, and then the sell, only short, DLL imports, and 0.25, there we go. And then we've got smiley faces in the top corner, so we know it's working when we've got a smiley face, and we'll go through some troubleshooting and settings and testing at the end of this video. Hopefully this one's recording sound because I don't want to do it again. Right, 0.25, that was on a buy and we're long, there we go. So it's open to sell on EJ already. Right, so that was the buy. Now we're going to do the sell. Short, DLL inputs. You can run your own equity protector, or I use Social Trader tools and do it from there. So I run a master account and then slave account. So when the slave accounts hit the equity point, they just stop copy trading. It's more helpful when you're running quite a few accounts. But if you're running just one and you've got an equity protector on your EA, then that's fine. Just make sure they work fast enough. You don't want any big delay, because if there's a delay and you go over the drawdown, then that's not helpful. Right, so 1.210, 0.25, that was on the sell. There we go. And then we've got GJ. So as I said earlier, these settings are for FTMO challenge. Don't be running them on your live account unless you're running on a micro, or run the settings that we've recommended. It's just a bit slower. You've just got to wait for different moves in the market. Timing's important with these EAs. You don't know when the market's going to move and how it's going to work. A few of you who joined who were running the EA with normal settings caught EJ right at the bottom and it went a long way up, and with a wide pip step gap it can absorb huge moves in the market. You just got to have some patience and understand that the open positions will close in an overall profit as long as you've managed your risk appropriately, or set your drawdown management still with an equity protector. At the end of the day, markets can do what they want, and we just need to understand that with tools like this, they have lots of upside, but they also have downsides. It's understanding what can go wrong, how to manage it, and how to use these tools to the best of their open long short 1.2 10 pip step and 0.25. So we'll check, got 4 positions open, all 0.25. Let's just check the smiley face. They're all running as they should, which is good, so everybody can watch and keep an eye on it. Okay? Simple as that really. So in summary, log into your VPS server, go onto Discord, save the files, log into your MT4, put the files in the right locations, make sure you're amending the EA file name, and drag it onto the charts as we've just done. So buys are long, shorts are sells, and the standard settings 1.2 and pip step of 10 are what we're using for FTMO. But as I've said, on your live account, follow the instructions or play with it as you see fit. Now when we get to testing these EAs, if you go on our MyFX book, we've got various strategies that we've uploaded. Now if you take note, they are done with 99.9% modelling data through Tick Data Suite, which is really important. If you try and play and test with these EAs as standard without buying data, you will get silly modelling data. Sometimes I've got 20% or 80%. What that means is the data that you're downloading from the broker is really poor and it has massive gaps in it. You literally can't hang your hat on any of the testing. That's another reason why we use TradingView for our main strategy, because we don't have the issues. But with MT4, you have to buy the right data to make sure you're looking at something sensibly. Another thing to consider when you're testing is these work best with 2 separate EAs. So we're running the buy, we're running the sells, and you can't test 2 simultaneously. So when you're testing one, you've got to make sure that, well, you've got to allow and consider the fact that if it's in drawdown, the other side of the EA is also banking profit, which you can't see or test. So all of those factors just need to be considered. So in terms of the settings, we've got a pip step of 10 running these FTMO trials because it follows price more closely. Add that with the lot exponent increase, we can have big moves and it only needs a small pullback, or it suits the volatility in the market. We are banking profit more frequently and more often, and what we've found for most days so far, and that's across the board, all members, is that the bank daily profit is exceeding the open daily drawdown. So that's that really. In terms of the other settings on here, the only things that you can really play around with, add any value, are the lot exponent of either 1 or 1.2 or whatever you want it to be. 1.2 is an increase of 20% when it increases the lot sizes. If that's fixed at 1, it will only keep constant. Personally, I prefer to trade my own live account that way because I know if I'm entering a fixed lot size, it will not increase and it won't run away with itself, which it can otherwise. And that's why managing these FTMO trials within the rules and the daily drawdown limits is key. Pip step can be any number. If it was 5, it'd be even faster. 10 is quite fast already, but it could be 100 or 150, it could be whatever you want it to be. The bigger, the slower it is, the tighter, the faster it will keep closing positions. Lot size is what it is. Compounding, set that to true, it will choose its own lot sizes and aggressively grow the account. We've got a strategy online, uploaded data with that, but you've got to you've got to be the right side of a trend. If you have a strong inkling that a trend's going to go in a particular way, by all means you can have a play with the compound function on it, and it will grow very, very quickly. But it's risky, high risk, high reward. There's always a consequence to these things. Hence why I prefer to do it manually. Lot profit, trailing stop. Now the take profit in the code is set to 10 pips. So with these at 10, you are banking 10 pips overall profit across the sequence. And you can't really affect them because the code is 10 pips. I've tried to increase the code and the take profit to a higher number, but it takes longer to get there. You know, let's say you've got a take profit of 50 pips. If it gets to 40 pips and reverses, it doesn't close. But if it's 10 pips, you'd have banked probably 4 lots of 10 and then come back and they've gone again. So I find the 10 pips is more fluid. It's probably a good word, more fluid with the market moves, and you're not waiting for the bigger moves to happen. So that's it really. We've just talked through how to set up, what the settings are to play with. FTMO rules, just know them inside out, and when you're running a strategy like this, it can work, it can get you over the line. But if you don't know what the rules are, and you get sloppy, it won't. And you could afford to hit a maximum daily drawdown of 4.5 grand a couple of times, really. So just manage that accordingly and adjust your parameters. This will work fine. 0.25 is probably not far off from a good starting lot size. The multiplier account the other day at 2.5 starting lot, we did it within a day or 24 hours. It's risky. It can work. It did work. Will it work all the time? Probably not. I'll always give you the true, my true opinion on everything. Maybe starting at around 0.2, 0.25 is sensible. We haven't hit daily drawdown issues with these settings yet, but that doesn't mean we won't do. We obviously will on a big move. But if we know how to manage it, know what we're doing, the chances are that we've already banked some money along the equity curve along the way. Hope that helps with everything. If not, drop us a message and let's get a load of people over the line with this, hopefully. Thanks for watching.